The final immunity challenge of the night was called Splish Splash Mini Games. This challenge was divided into 3 smaller challenges where teams were able to earn points. The 2 teams with the highest amount of points after all 3 minigames were played would win immunity, and the other 2 teams would each head to tribal council to each vote a member out of the game. Minigame 1 was called Body, Board, Horizontal, Repel. In this first minigame, each team was assigned a lane with Bonobo in lane 2, Lasula in lane 3, Ukari in lane 4, and Gibbon in lane 5. One player from each team was sitting at the shallow end of the pool, holding on to a long rope that stretched all the way to their assigned diving board. The second player from each team started at the shallow end with the body boogie board. The third player from each team began at their diving board. Player 2 from each team began the timed race by lying on their back on their body boogie board and holding the rope above them as they placed themselves down their lane to the diving board. If their body board disconnected from them, they needed to reset from the point on the rope where they lost contact. Once they made it to the diving board, then player 3 from their team jumped in the pool from the diving board and went to the bottom of the pool to retrieve their sunken duck. Once they had their duck, they needed to secure it as they took the body boogie board and headed back to the shallow end in the same format as what player 1 had completed. Once they made it back to the shallow end, they had to place the duck standing up on the pool edge of their lane to clock their finish time. Gibbon came in first place and scored 10 points, while Ukari came in second place, earning 8 points. Unfortunately, both Bonobo and Lasula disqualified and were unable to complete the challenge, earning 0 points. Minigame 2 was called Jump for Joy. In this second minigame, each team had to select various players to jump off the diving board for either a round where they had to make the smallest splash in the water or a round in which they had to make the largest splash in the water. The first 3 rounds were all about making the smallest splash possible. In each round, one player from each team competed, and then they were judged by the production team to render a winner of that round and 3 points for their team. In round 1 of the small splash contest, Hope from Gibbon earned the win. In round 2 of the small splash contest, Danielle from Ukari took the victory. In round 3 of the small splash contest, Michael from Gibbon brought home a win. In rounds 4 to 6, the players had to produce the largest splash in the water from the jumps. In round 1, Brandon wiped out the competition to give Ukari more points. In round 5, Connor from Ukari followed suit and took the win. In round 6, Kelvin ended the competition with the grandest of them all and earned the win for Gibbon. Ukari and Gibbon each earned 9 points in this minigame, shutting out both Bonobo and Lasula. Minigame 3 was called Kickboard Tug-O-War. In this final minigame, an opportunity to earn points, each team had to select 3 players who would face off in the middle of the pool against a player from another team each round. The players had to hold one end of a boogie board with both hands as they faced their opponent, who was holding the opposite end. After the host said, "Survivors ready? Go!" Both players had to start kicking and pushing the body boogie board to get the board past the flagged marker line on the opposite side. Once they crossed that side, then they won that matchup and earned 6 points. In round 1, Connor from Ukari defeated Dane from Bonobo, while Logan from Gibbon defeated Jack from Lasula. In round 2, Brandon from Ukari defeated Blaine from Lasula, while Calvin from Gibbon defeated Scott from Bonobo. In round 3, Paid from Bonobo defeated Mars from Lasula, while Hayden from Ukari defeated Michael from Gibbon. After adding the scores from all 3 minigames, immunity was awarded to both Ukari and Gibbon. That meant that both Bonobo and Lasula were headed to the final Tribal Council of the night to each vote out a member from their team.